of A Drummer's Guide 2, and I just want to talk about how not to feel overwhelmed by your goals. This is something that I struggle with so much, I can't even tell you. And yeah, I just thought I'd share my kind of what I've found to work so that I don't feel as overwhelmed. Like I said, I still do sometimes, but I'm getting better with age. So the first thing that I do is basically look at whatever my goal or I look at what my goals are, and then I think, what is the most important goal in this situation? So I'll just pick one, and then if other ones are less important or not important, I just put them down to the bottom of the pile and I just look at this one. So at least I'm concentrating on just one thing, and I need to be okay with the fact that I can revisit these other ones at some point. Being okay with that, being patient about that, I find incredibly difficult. But in the long run, it definitely works, and it has worked, and it continues to work. So I literally have to, in fact, I'm kind of telling myself this at the moment, because there is one goal that I definitely have, that I'm desperate to do, but because of situations recently, I've had to put it on the back burner a bit. I need to be okay with that. I need to recognise that I will do this at some point, probably after December. So yes, that's the first thing I do. I look and say, right, what is actually important here? What is the most important goal that I'm looking at? This can still be overwhelming though. Like, the one goal that I have at the moment is to tackle my reading for this gig that I'm doing in sort of November, December time. And the idea of looking at that as one singular big thing is too much, and it is completely overwhelming. But what I've done is I've broken it down. I don't know if you've heard, there's a term called chunking, where it sounds awful actually, but what you do is you break down your big goal into sort of like smaller steps, so almost like a pyramid. So you've got like the goal of reading for me, which is at the top, and then you might have like a few things down here, and then you break them down and them down until you've got these tiny goals. And I've created things that I can do every day to just make myself better at reading, and I just need to trust that when it comes to it, I will be so over-prepared that it's going to be fine, and knowing that I don't need to do it all in one day, because A, that's impossible, B, I will be burnt out and completely demoralised and overwhelmed, and if I don't do it all, then, you know, I'm really mean to myself, and I'm sick of being mean to myself. I've done that for so many years. I think it's more beneficial to be kind to yourself and just trust in your own ability, and trust in all the processes that I've done in all the past, you know, to get to the point that I am now. So yes, chunking down into like tiny goals is great. And then the final thing that I do is I have daily routines. So every day I'm doing an hour's worth towards my bigger goal. And you know, you might only get one tiny little chunk done, but you know that that one little bit has made you just that one little bit better. But not only that, the next day when you do another tiny little bit, it's not like it's just two little tiny bits. They compound, and that makes the whole thing just slightly more developed and gives you slightly more experience. So I just wanted to make this a very short video and just cover that. So just find out what your most important goal is and focus on that one goal, because you know, otherwise you're just looking everywhere and it's a nightmare. And then chunk it down into the smallest possible thing that you can do to achieve your goal, and then put it into a daily routine. And the interesting thing about the daily routine thing is, if you connect it to something that you do anyway, like, it becomes an automatic behaviour. So for me, this sounds so silly, I have a coffee and I come straight into the studio, and then I know that the first thing I do is go and do my reading practice. Unless it's a Monday, which it is today, because then I need to do these videos first, because I need to be as alert and awake, as enthusiastic as I can, because chances are, after doing an hour of reading, although I'll be proud of myself for getting it done, I might be a little bit lethargic because I might be a bit exhausted. So I know that about myself. So I know that this is the best way. Therefore, I'm going to go do my hour's practice right now. Yes, before I go, oh, I'm too tired. So yeah, I will go do that now, and then I will edit this video after that. as a reward, if you like. But yeah, I hope that this has helped in some way. But yeah, connect your goals to connect your daily routine to what you do anyway. That's the other thing. You know, well, if you've seen on my past videos, I talk about the Pomodoro technique. So I work for 52 minutes and then I work out for 17 minutes. There's an alarm that goes off, and I know it's a cowboy alarm. It goes yee-haw! So I know as soon as that happens, it means that I need to go work out, and it is just automatic. It's like, yee-haw! Okay, cool, right, let's go do some press-ups. Yeah, it works. It really does. And yeah, I hope that this helps you to not be overwhelmed by your goals, and at the very least, just, I hope you don't feel alone. You're not the only one, I promise. But yeah, hope this helps. Let me know if it does, actually. I'd love to hear if this helps you, or if you have your own ways of dealing with overwhelm and things like that. But yes, I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will be back next week with another subject. If you have any suggestions yourself, please leave them in the comments, and I will see you soon. All right, lots of love. Speak soon. Bye.
It's